ahead and get started in seated today. So just finding a comfortable seat on your mat. You can leave your feet out long. You can kneel or you can sit cross-legged like I'm about to do. All of those are options here. So don't feel like you have to sit exactly like I do. This is just an easy seat. That's really the yogi name of it too. It's just easy seat. So it's not always super easy for everyone, just depending on how much you sit all day or anytime, but go ahead and find a comfortable seat that works for you. And then while we're here, try and sit up tall as well. So I know I said easy seat, but see if you can bring some length into your spine here, grow the crown of your head towards the sky. Maybe you even rest your hands down, whether that's on your knees or in your lap. And lastly, if you're feeling really comfortable, maybe you close your eyes or just gaze softly. And then from here, we're going to start to do some breathing. So taking deep inhales and exhaling it out. Noticing your breath in and out. Just beginning to arrive and be present on your mat. I know this part seems easy. It seems like you could just run through it. It's kind of like credits in a movie. We don't really need to be here. But in some ways, it's the most important part of your practice is to really bring yourself into the space of yoga, because otherwise we're just doing it halfway the rest of the time. So this is your time to really arrive, really prepare. It's like stretching before a run or warming up before a sporting event. You know, you think you can skip it, but it's really the part that really determines how you feel during the rest of your physical activity. So it's just a little bit more centered inside. It's a little bit more mental this time. So we're going to go ahead and bring our mental space into that clarity. And then I wanted to do a breathing practice with all of you called 4-7-8 breath. It's a really great breathing practice to help calm down at any moment. It involves taking a breath in for 4 counts, holding for 7 counts, and then breathing out for 8 counts. So when I first heard of this, I thought it was a little confusing because 4 counts of breath in and 8 out, like that's not how it works. In and out should be the same. But if you're having that same thought, what you actually want to do is lengthen your breath out by sending out less air. So as we breathe in, we're going to breathe in more air per count, and then about half that on the way out for the 4 and 8. And then, of course, if we hold 7, it's a little bit self-explanatory. So I'm going to set you up for 3 rounds, and then we're going to do 3 rounds as a whole. So just starting, let's take a breath in and a breath out, and we'll meet at the bottom of the exhale. And then breathe in for 4 counts. So breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and then go ahead and breathe it out. Meeting at the bottom of our exhale again. Let's start round 2. So breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then out. Whew. And now we're going to go ahead and put it all together. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go ahead and take a cleansing breath in. And then we'll go ahead and do this in full 3 times. Breathe out. Meeting at the bottom of our exhale. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice job. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last round. Here we go. In, 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew, empty all your air out. And then from here, you can keep going with those big yogi, big ujjayi breaths in and out. On your next breath in, go ahead and look up, reach up, and exhale over to your right. Take your right hand down. Left hand's reaching up and over here. So we worked the breath a little bit. Now let's stretch out through our sides. Take a breath in, reach up and out. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, back up through center. Take your hands up and over to the left side. Left hand comes down, right arm reaches up and out as we stretch through the right side body. Take a big stretch, breath in. Exhale, stay. Inhale, come back up through center again, reach up tall. And this time spin your chest over to the right, twisting towards the right. Left hand can come to your knee if that's comfortable. And maybe right hand kickstands behind you. On your inhales, get tall. And exhales, maybe you twist a little deeper. Stay for one more breath in. Exhale, take your deepest twist. Inhale, come back through center. Reach, reach, reach up. And then exhale over to the left. Maybe right hand comes to your knee this time, left hand comes behind you. Or of course, if you did the opposite side, just go the opposite way. One twist on each side. Same thing. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, get as tall as you can. Maybe twist just a little bit more. Inhale, come back through center one last time. Reach up tall. And then exhale, fold forward. Reaching your hands forward, bending from the hips here. Sinking your chest low. Maybe we take a little walk, a little wiggle with the fingertips, spider crawling them forward. And maybe, if you're comfortable here, let your neck hang loose. Take a breath in and out. Inhale, walk yourself back up to a seated position. And then we're going to find a tabletop pose here. So go ahead, roll over your feet, swing them to one side. Any way you get there, just finding a tabletop pose. So, lining up, wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. From here, we're going to do some cat-cow. So on your inhale, drop your belly, look forward. Cow pose. Exhale, round your spine. Cat pose, bending your spine the opposite way. Inhale, back into cow. And exhale again into cat pose. Let's do 3 more rounds at your own pace, following your breath and your body. Really seeing if you can take this entire inhale or exhale to get into the pose instead of just rounding, or instead of just getting there quickly and then hanging out there. I think we're at about 1 more round here. So go ahead and take that. And then when you're finished, we'll meet back in tabletop, finding a flat back again. And then from here, send your right leg into the back of the mat. Plug your toes in. Send your left arm forward here. So spinal balance. Option to stay here, or if you want, lift your right leg in line with your hips. Breathing here, balancing. Pull the pit of your belly button up. And then I'll be looking at the camera, but you can look down at the mat. Big breath in and big breath out. One more inhale. And then bring yourself back down to tabletop. Take a breath here in between. Reset yourself. And then when you're ready, we're going to do this on the other side. So left toes plug back into the mat. Get a nice little calf stretch here. And then building on, you can send your right arm forward. Reaching forward, right thumb up towards the sky. And then maybe you lift your left toes here, bringing your left heel in line with your hip. Same thing, pull the pit of the belly button in. Try and lift up and out of this. So instead of just collapsing into your wrist and knee, try and lift yourself up. Hand reaching forward, foot pressing back. Again, finding this balance here. Big breath in and out. One more inhale, really reach. And then come back down, tabletop. From here, tuck your toes and send your hips back for downward facing dog. So sending your hips back, really pressing into your hands. Same thing here. Try and press out and away from the mat instead of just kind of collapsing into your shoulders and wrists. That'll help with any wrist pain or back pain, especially upper back pain you might get during yoga. And then it's our first down dog, so maybe you pedal the heels out here, pressing one heel to the mat, and then bending the opposite knee. Just walking the dog out here at your pace. And feel free to take any other moves you need here to warm up your down dog. Starting to get ready for the practice. Breathe here. Take a breath in and out. One more breath in. Come back to stillness. And then exhale, walk your feet forward, finding a forward fold at the top of your mat. And then walk your feet out wide, wider than your hips. Bend your knees and we'll hang here in ragdoll. So let your upper body hang loose. Maybe grab opposite elbows, maybe sway back and forth. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. And then just let it fall back down towards the earth. Go ahead and take one more breath here in. Exhale, release your hands, walk your feet back in. Right about hips width distance. And then on your next inhale, slowly rise up to standing. So, again, using your entire inhale to find mountain pose here. Shoulders roll back. Again, lifting the crown of your head tall, palms face forward. Maybe close your eyes here. We'll take 3 big deep breaths in and out. Inhale, lift your sternum up. Exhale, pull your shoulder blades back down behind you. One more breath in. Maybe you lift your chin slightly. Pull your shoulders down on the exhale. And then inhale, reach up, look up. We're going to start our sun salutations. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back in. Inhale, rise up again, reach up tall. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, moving with your breath here. Inhale, rise up, reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, forward fold, last round here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back in. From here, forward fold, plant your hands down, and then step one foot back, and then the other, plank pose. Take a big breath in here, and then we're going to lower down to the mat, but we're going to do it slowly, to the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, I wasn't kidding about that slowly, 5, 4, 3, you got this, 2, 1, all the way down. Nice job. So, pulling your hands by your ribs here, so lower ribs here. Pull your shoulder blades and elbows together, look forward, low cobra. And then come back down. Inhale, low cobra, or lift your chest up, cobra. And then come back down. Last back bend here. Find one of your cobras, or straighten your elbows, lift your thighs, squeeze your glutes for upward facing dog. On your next exhale, find downward dog. So option to come through all fours or child's pose, or send yourself straight back to downward facing dog. Take a breath here in and out. So we're going to do the rest of our sun salutations down here. And if I say back bend, feel free to take cobra or up dog. So starting again, take a breath in and out. Inhale, roll forward onto a plank. Maybe adjust your feet. Take a breath in, and then don't worry, we're just going to take one breath to lower this time. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, a breath out. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way, maybe chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last round, take a breath in, a breath out. Inhale, roll forward, plank pose. Exhale, lower down halfway or all the way. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath here in and out. From here, walk your feet all the way to your hands again, finding a forward fold. Inhale, find a halfway lift again, and exhale, fold back in. Next, inhale, rise up, reach up, mountain pose, high mountain pose, volcano, and exhale, forward fold. Oops, I skipped something there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to standing, reach up. And sorry guys, I skipped chair pose, so we're going to sink back into chair pose. I almost forgot, you almost got lucky. Sinking your hips back, your hands can go up or maybe forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, sink a little lower. Big breath in, maybe one more inch. Take one more breath in, and forward fold. Ooh, nice job. From here, step your left foot back, coming in to a low lunge here. Maybe wiggle your right toes up, or sink your hips down a little bit. From here, drop your left hand, and reach your right arm up into the sky for a low lunge twist here. Left hand and right foot are forward. Breathing here, pressing back through your left heel, just like that spinal balance. It'll help you balance here as well. Take a breath in and let it go. One more inhale. And exhale, bring your hand back down to the mat. Right hand comes to the mat. On your next inhale, get grounded here through your feet and lift your upper body up for a crescent lunge. Breathing here. So finding your crescent lunge. My left heel is lifted. If this is a balance challenge, you're like wobbling all over the place, feel free to drop it for warrior one. Otherwise, maybe you keep it lifted. Maybe you challenge yourself with this crescent lunge. Left heel lifts up and forward, engaging the left glute. Breathe in and out. One more inhale, and open up into warrior two here. So spinning your hips towards the left. My left heel comes down. Feeling nice and sturdy here. Right toes are still reaching forward. An option here for your hands to reach forward and back, or take them to your hips as your elbows reach forward and back. Take a breath here, in and out. Inhale, shrug your shoulders. Exhale, relax them down. Inhale, reverse your warrior, reach up and back. And then cartwheel, leading with your right hand all the way back down to the mat. Right hand comes down, left hand comes down. And then step your right foot back to the back of the mat, plank pose. Exhale, send your hips back, downward facing dog. Take a breath here, in and out. One more inhale. And then exhale, walk your feet forward, finding that forward fold again in front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to standing to reach up tall. And exhale, back to chair pose. Take a breath in. Sink a little lower. Not as long here. One more inhale. And forward fold. This time, plant your left foot, step your right foot back for a low lunge on the other side now. So left foot is forward. And then plant your right hand down, lift your left arm up. Low lunge twist on this side. Take a breath in and out. One more inhale. And then the left hand comes back down to your mat. And then the same thing, we're going to lift up into a crescent lunge here. Feel really sturdy through your feet. Press down into your left foot here. And then when you're ready, go ahead and lift your arms up. Breathing here. Maybe your right heel lifts up, squeezing your right glute. Or again, always an option to drop your right heel as well, warrior one. Or maybe you come back to this crescent lunge. Big breath in and out. Stay here. I'm going to do a little flip around here just so I can keep facing the camera. I always forget that part. But nice job. One more breath. Big inhale. And then open up warrior two here. So I just flipped to the other side. Left foot still forward, left knee is bent. Right foot comes down onto the mat too. Breathing here, in and out. Inhale, really reach your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, pull your shoulder blades down your spine. Stay here for one more breath in. Breathe it out. And then reverse your warrior. Left hand reaches up and back. And then cartwheels all the way down. Left hand hits the mat. Right hand. Step your left foot back. Plank pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, find downward dog. Send your hips back. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale one more time here. Exhale, walk your feet forward. Forward fold. And then when you're ready, go ahead, use an inhale to lift yourself back up to standing. So we're going to do some balances next. So if you want, you can kind of shake out your feet here, move the ankles, move the toes. Yeah, you got this. A little dance party, I like it. And then we're going to do some dancing Shiva today. So this might be a new pose for you. It might be something different, but like all of these poses, there's going to be some different levels for us to do. So I'm actually going to face the side so you can see this. So for step one, we're going to root into our left leg this time. And you're going to come up onto your right toes. So you can take your hands out to the side, coming up onto your right big toe. Now maybe you balance here. Maybe this is where you are today. You're still getting more weight in your left side, practicing the shifting of your weight from one foot to the other. So next step, dancing Shiva, is to actually lift your knee up in line with your hip, clasp your hands together, and then grab your knee here. I like to flex my toes here if you've noticed. Just makes it a little bit more easy to engage through my right leg. But try and stand up tall here. So a lot of times we're like, I'm holding my knee, I'm going to kind of crouch like this, I don't know, golem pose. But try and stand up straight here as well. Pull your shoulders back. And then if you want a challenge here, what I'm going to do is hold my right knee with my left hand. My right hand is going to reach up and then actually reach behind me for a little bit of a twist. Dancing Shiva. This is why I turn this way. Now you see it. And then find some place to look at here, a place to focus on. So this is where our drishti is really important. So maybe you stay looking forward. Oops, that's actually a little hard. Maybe you look out to your right. Or for a challenge, look back at your right thumb. You guys got this. I know I've kept you here while I talked for a little bit. Breathe in and out. Everyone get tall on your inhale. Stay for the exhale. And then go ahead. If you've twisted, unwind. Bring yourself back to center. And come out of this the same way you came in. Nice and slow. And then let's shake it out again. Nice job. Move your feet, move your toes. Maybe shake the shoulders out if you kind of felt some tension there. And then when you're ready, we're going to set up for the other side. So rooting down into your right leg this time. Coming onto my left toes. And then same thing. Stay here. This is a great pose. Working this balance. Shifting our mind from standing on 2 feet to standing on 1 foot. We're not walking, like the other foot's not coming down. It's a brain teaser. Or if you want Shiva too, taking your left knee up and in and clasping your hands around it. Taking a moment to get tall here. Flex the left toes. Breathing here. Or moving into Shiva 3. Releasing my left hand, grabbing my knee with my right hand, and then go ahead and open up and back with a twist here. Breathing here in and out. Inhale, everyone get tall. Challenge yourself, stay here for the exhale. Inhale, now we're going to start to unwind here. And then release. Shake it out. Okay. So last few poses here, we're going to come onto our back. We're going to stretch this out now. So now it's nice and easy. Go ahead and roll onto your back. Laying down. And then we're going to set up for bridge pose here. So take your hands out by your side. Pull your feet in close to your glutes here so you can kind of tickle them with your fingers. And then on your next inhale, lift up your hips, bridge pose. Inhale, lift up tall through the belly button. Exhale, squeeze your glutes. Big breath in. Exhale it out. If you get up high enough, you want to snuggle your shoulder blades underneath you. Maybe clasp your hands. Lace your fingers together and press them towards your heels. You can do that as well. Let's do 2 more breaths here at your own pace. In and out. Take 1 more inhale. And then release your hands and lower down to the mat. Once your low back is on the mat, maybe windshield wiper side to side. And then from here, bring your knees back through center. Walk your feet in together. Maybe you want to walk them a little bit longer too, so they're right up by our glutes. So I'm going to walk them a little bit longer down the mat. And then take reclined butterfly pose here. So soles of my feet together, my knees are going to fall out to either side. And then one hand goes on your heart, one hand on your belly. Feel the inhales and exhales here. Your chest rising and falling. The breath going in and out. Go ahead and take one more breath here. And then when you're ready, go ahead, close your knees together like a book. Pull them into your chest. And then eventually rock yourself all the way up into a seated pose. So, for our hip opener today, we're going to do fire log pose. So go ahead, scoot yourself back on the mat. Twist yourself like me. And take your feet out long, like you're doing like that gym class forward fold here. And then pull your feet in. So, we're going to start on the right side here. So, pull your right leg in. It's actually kind of coming underneath my left leg. That might be a little hard to see. But we're going to kind of line it up so that my shin is parallel to the front of my mat or front of my carpet here. But anyway, it's kind of at this parallel point in front of me. And then I'm going to take my left foot and I'm going to take it on top of my right knee here. Again, all geometry and stuff like that. It should also be pretty parallel, but feel free to adjust here if it doesn't feel like that. And if you'll notice, there's a ton of space here. There might be a ton of space under your right knee, under your left knee. Totally okay. So, if this is totally not working, you're like, the pieces are not fitting together here, another option is to take cobbler's pose here with your feet together. So, this is, again, just like that reclined butterfly, but it's seated butterfly. Soles of the feet together again, and knees fall out. But if you've been playing around with this fire log pose, we're gonna hold it here maybe as a challenge. Also an option to stuff blocks, stuff pillows underneath here if it's really uncomfortable. But wherever you are, see if you can sit up tall. Maybe you send your fingers out to the side. And the stretch here is in the weight, so the weight pulling us down. So as my left leg is on top, my right leg is being pulled down by gravity. Feel this here. You're probably feeling the stretch a little bit more in your left hip as well, but totally fine if you're feeling it more or less in your right hip. Last few breaths. See if you can stay here. In and out. One more breath in. And then exhale. Whew. And then go ahead and unwind yourself from this. Send your left leg long. Send your right leg long. Shake them out. Maybe rock side to side. Move some of that flesh away from your butt. And then when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and do the other side. So left foot's going to come in. Our left leg's going to be on the bottom. Left shin goes on the bottom here. And then my right leg is going to go on top. I'm going to bring my right ankle to my left knee here. Again, take your time wiggling in here. Maybe you come back to cobbler's pose here, or something else that works through your body. But I know I like to give you guys some new stuff. So this is maybe our new pose for the day. It was either Shiva or fire log pose or both. So again, setting up here. Another option here is if you don't like your foot directly on your knee, is you can walk it either way. So maybe you take your right foot more on your calf, or even hanging off your left knee. Like, all those are options. All of us are put together differently, so whatever works for your body. And then wherever you are, sitting up tall, and letting the weight sink in here. Maybe notice where you feel it on this side. So maybe feel it more on your right hip on this side. Letting gravity help. Breathing here. Maybe send your breath down to your hips, especially if you are feeling that stretch. It might feel good. Take a breath in. Stay for the exhale. One more inhale. Exhale it out. This might be a challenge. Send out all your air and then go ahead and release from this side. So, thank you guys for trying that out. I hope you liked it. Shake it out again. Wiggle side to side. And then when you're ready, come back to center and reach up. And then grab your big beach ball and then take it up and over. Finding a forward fold here. Seated forward fold. Don't worry about where your hands lie, where your beach ball rolled to. But worry about keeping a long spine here. Just like before. See if you can pull your sternum up and your shoulder blades down. Inhale, get long. Exhale, maybe sink a little lower. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more time, lengthen out and fold in. And then take your hands, walk yourself back up to seated. Go ahead and scoot yourself up. We're going to roll back down onto our mat, so if you want to spin to the side. Check for any kids or pets behind you. And then we're just going to roll all the way down. Take your feet with you and send them up into the air for a legs up the wall pose. Breathing here. Taking your feet up high. And then maybe bending your knees, flexing your feet. Finding where you get the least amount of effort here. I really like doing this one outside because you kind of get to put your feet up into the sky. I'm looking at the sky through my toes. So, bugs are the not favorite part of this outdoor yoga. So if you're ever in an outdoor class and you get to do legs of the wall, maybe just focus on your toes a little bit, or if there's a chance to do any pose you want, maybe you take some of those legs up the wall here. Take a breath in, out. And then from here, start to return to your natural, normal breathing. So your natural breath pace. No need to force it anymore. And then when you're ready, slowly begin to bend your knees. Pull your knees into your chest. And then to end the class, I thought we would do just a little bit of core work. Feel free if you want to come back to legs up the wall if you'd like. We're going to use legs up the wall actually in here. So we're just going to do 3 rounds of this. So pull your knees into your chest. Maybe you keep your hands under your low back as well. Take a big breath in. Exhale, send your feet long. Inhale back in. Exhale, send your feet high. Inhale back in. Exhale, long. Inhale, squeeze your knees in. Exhale, send your feet up. Maybe you lift your low back, pushing them up a little bit. Inhale back in. Exhale, long. Inhale in. Exhale, pop them up. And then go ahead, bring your knees in. Circle them around. A little bit forward here. And then bring your knees into your armpits. You can grab behind your knees, your toes, or your feet for a happy baby pose. Just pulling your knees back. And your little baby, if you want to rock side to side, back and forth. Maybe give yourself a little foot massage here. try and pull your tailbone into the mat wherever you are. Getting some length through the low back. And then this is going to be our final pose. So if there's anything else your body's craving, feel free to go ahead and take that here. So anything else that you want to do, any other pose you're missing, any other body part you want to stretch out, anything from earlier you want a little more of that core work. Yeah, I see you guys. So this is your little yogi recess time for anything you want. Or just hang out here with us in happy baby pose, rocking gently back and forth. Maybe you straighten one knee for a hamstring stretch. Hold it there. And then bring it back and straighten the other leg. Hamstring stretch on the other side. Or maybe straighten both for a straddle or a bound legs up the wall. And then when you're ready, go ahead, release your feet, pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug here. Really curl in. Say thank you for being here today. And then release long. Make your way into Savasana pose, final resting pose. See if you can let every muscle loose here, whether you're laying down or taking a meditation. Try and relax here. Maybe do a quick body scan and just check in with yourself, see if there's anything else you can relax here. And then I invite you to stay in the Savasana for as long as you would like. This is your time, your end to the practice. So feel free to stay here for as long as you need or want. Wherever you are, I invite you to whisper to yourself, Namaste.